Why would you go that way?
Why not?
When have we ever gone that way?
Exactly.
Bro, big man thing. I just went that way.
Why?
Go with the flow.
It's your boy Uzi, a.k.a. I wasn't attractive like that school days. I was just one.
Barabas one.
And then now. Oh my God.
So what? My question is this year. So do you feel like the reason
you had
why...
all the ladies around you from school days now. So it was all right.
But do you feel like the reason why me and other people keep quiet is to almost reinforce our masculinity? Because we believe by talking...
Yeah, you lose a bit of that.
We emasculate ourselves.
Yeah, you lose a bit of the masculinity.
Is that right?
Yeah, you will.
Is that right?
No, it isn't
How do we
right.
change that then?
Huh?
How do we change that? Because there must be other people going...
Advocate. You need to become the advocate for them. You need to start.
You need to become the advocate.
Because if you deep it,
I'll join you.
If you deep it now, I could have become Will Smith. I could have been that guy that now, because of that stuff happening to me, I always want to make sure my masculinity is at the forefront of all my decisions.
What are you
know
talking
what I'm saying?
about?
But personally, though, that's what I'm saying. No. There you go. But I genuinely don't think.
What?
I don't think that action proved that he's a man.
No,
No, but in his head, though.
But that's him. Because to the world, I think to the public, like to me,
so
that I want to use certain words. Yeah, that's a moist move to make.
It was because he said that
because she
up,
controlled him to do that.
Something happened with his dad that just makes him go to women to reinforce.
There you go.
Give him that acceptance.
There you go. Then, so to him is like
that's a him problem.
Yeah. So I guess you're right then in saying him doing that for him feels more like a man.
Yeah.
But to the world, no,
I mean, there's a lot of people in this world were saying, yes, finally a man that can protect black women. It's all about protecting.
And of course, you know the women that advocate for the black women's thing, they're gonna love that. They're not always gonna, and that's the problem I've got with this current society that we're in, innit? Yeah. Once you have a group start to advocate for a certain cause, yeah, they go too far left or right of it. They don't want to care to see. There you go. In life, there has to be a balance. So yes, I understand you're fighting for a cause. However, when you see an injustice on the other side, you should also be able to acknowledge that.
True that.
You can't always be like, oh, yo, because bro, what he did there and done to that man on stage. The man's a comedian. That's his job to make jokes. So it's like, fam, to get up there, bro. And apart from that, yeah, even when you I listened to Steve Harvey's podcast and that, and he was talking about how he could have handled that. He didn't rate that. I don't see any man that actually rated that behavior. It's like, bro, okay, even if it made you feel a type of way, I'd have waited. Even more. Wait, I'd have waited. My level for him has gone up. But it's
because
like,
I only God know, I would have probably been up.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like, you could have waited until you lot got after party after wherever it is. You're gonna see each other. They pull him to the side, yo, bro. I don't rate what you're doing. Like, you need to cut that out. Or even if you're gonna slap him behind the stage.
But he felt the world needed to know. He felt it was a public embarrassment.
No, that's a violation. But he didn't. But apart from that as well, if she's got a medical condition, bro, it wasn't public until then. How was he supposed to know that? He was probably making a joke.
I mean, she has spoken about it, but he may not have known.
I don't know if he knows about it. My thing is that he's probably was looking at it like, look, maybe that's a style she's gone for, and blah, blah, blah.
But this is the thing,
Let me make a joke out of it.
It's mad because, you know me, the world we're living in now, right? I'm here for everyone's feelings. If you feel, that you're angry because I'm wearing green, I feel like it's my duty to say, my boy, I'm sorry I'm wearing green. I didn't mean to offend you.
No, it ain't.
Yeah?
No, it ain't. Because with that mindset, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, with that mindset, you're gonna go around apologizing every day.
No. I mean, it's an extreme example, but you get what I'm trying to say. But in the same vein, I saw a clip of Martin Lawrence.
Oh yeah,
you saw that clip?
Yeah, I saw that clip.
You saw that clip?
No. Of him.
So Martin Lawrence, obviously,
that was a mad one.
Funny comedian. He used
during
to date,
the Def Jam, Def Comedy Jam, innit?
He used to date MC Light, and one night MC Light's boyfriend was in the audience.
That current boyfriend at that time.
At the time, and he was like, "Look, MC Light's boyfriend here. I used to F her, yeah." So
and there was a lot of light at the end of that tunnel.
Everyone went crazy. Like everyone was like, even the
brother was laughing.
So
the brother
ran
up. Like, you know what? Like, he's laughing. He got up and ran. This is the brother that's dating her that time. ran, came back, even laughed some more. Like when man even said, "Oh,
But
there's a
maybe he
light at
also
the end of
had
that
pain.
tunnel."
Maybe he also had
He
pain.
might have had pain, but bro, he laughed like, bro. At the end of the day, that's all it was.
People say, what would Will Smith have done to Martin Lawrence?
Oh, killed, probably shot him. He would have gone into his car, pulled out a thing, and come
His
and
fellow
bust his
bad
head.
boy.
Sniper.
His fellow bad boy. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Personally, me, I would never go comedy with my girl and sit at the front. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sit at the back because you know them guys have no chill.
No chill, bro. They're
At
getting
all.
you. They're getting you. But at the same time, guess what?
Me,
You
I'll
went to a
probably
comedy
cuss
show, though,
comedian
innit?
back,
Huh?
I will be there cussing.
Nah,
him
you're
back.
not gonna win. I
No,
would
no,
not do
I'm
that
cussing
because the
back.
problem is your voice is not loud enough. You ain't got a microphone, so whatever you're saying, he's not gonna hit there. But they will dead you. The best thing to just be quiet, let them run their joke and move on to somebody else. If you talk back, then now they're actually gonna stay on you the whole night. You don't want that. Trust me, you do not want it. I've seen it happen.
Him fighting back at the comedian, yeah, rather than just taking it like a man,
Yeah.
What is this whole take it like a man up? Do you feel like those kind of phrases have not helped our
The man
cause?
up, especially one, that man up one, that one has definitely gotten a lot of man stabbed up.
Literally,
fam.
because my
When the man could have just let it slide.
man
fam.
could have just let it slide.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
my
yeah.
dad literally told me, bro, I never want to see you crying. You know, and those words always resonate in my mind.
It's crazy. And
know?
sometimes crying is good. Only when I grew up, like now, and started to get deeper into all of these thoughts.
I'm not gonna lie, I wanna laugh too. I can't imagine you crying, bro.
No, let me
How
tell
do
you.
sound?
Let me tell you, Lasad, like you're saying that it's true. Like, bro, don't ever cry, bro. I can't remember if and it's like now growing up, looking deep, like trying to go deep into
I
this
cry,
psychology.
man. I need to
And it's
cry,
like, the
bro.
man said, no, crying is good. It helps you like release.
Do you sniff?
Clear, all of that, huh?
Do you sniff when you cry?
What you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
No,
man.
I don't go like that.
No, go.
But I just get teary. And
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm trying to, I can't.
What was
bro.
the first time you cried in front of a girl?
The first time?
In front of a
Have
girl,
you
yeah.
ever cried in front of a lady?
I have,
Yeah, once.
Okay, how was it? And what was her reaction?
It's sweet when
No,
they
it was
take care
mad.
of you.
Yeah. Man was being cradled like a baby, fam.
Like a baby?
Yeah.
Why did you cry?
Huh?
Are you allowed to say?
No, I can't.
Oh, okay.
He knows.
But she cradled you like a baby.
Huh?
She cradled you like a baby.
They cuddle you like,
Did you feel comfortable to cry? Huh? Leave me alone, man. Did you feel comfortable to cry at that time?
Do you know what? I did because at that time I'd lost control. Like I was.
You lost
I
control.
was
You
broken.
designated driver.
Was it a loud cry or was it a silent cry?
No. It was. I could
When
never.
you silence or when you silence? He said, was there what?
Oh no, from my phone to this guy,
funny,
fam. Oh my!
I swear, I can't take it.
You can't say that serious around him, bro.
Anyway.
Two people are crying, him and my brother, Aloy. I think I only saw Aloy cry once, and that was something serious. But them two, I don't know how they would cry.
Heartless people.
Please, no man, it's not.
Man's a heartless.
Okay,
I'm not heartless,
first
man.
tell
I'm
me
not
this.
heart,
So
bro.
after
I
you
got
cried,
heart.
what was the situation? Like, was it awkward? What? How was?
It-
Did she say anything?
For me, for her, it probably wasn't. But for me, for like a day or two, it was. Because I was a bit like, when I then woke up in the morning.
Come vulnerable, nine.
Yeah, when I woke up in the morning,
They've made you
I was
breakfast in bed.
I was a bit like, you know what I mean? I didn't know what to expect. I was thinking,
Did you
yeesh.
feel like you lost your authority?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I felt like, yo. So I felt like, nah. So for like 2 days, I was like, I tried to look for little signs. If she does something a bit out of ordinary, I'm like, yo, you would have never done that 2 days ago.
before I cried.
Yeah. So I was thinking,
Nah.
but other than that, there was nothing. I still had the respect. So it was,
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I mean, so far, so it's like,
Producer, if you
so it's like-
producer, have you cried before?
oh, him. That's what I'm saying. If you think I don't cry,
Hey,
him,
that's it. Producer, have you cried before? Please, when did you cry?
last night.
No.
The man said when he was young.
forget
We're talking
no,
about that
no,
when he
no,
was
no.
an adult.
As an adolescent.
As an
Have you
adult.
cried?
You haven't cried.
Oh, like, this guy don't lie.
This guy don't cry, man. Look his eyes, bro. His eyes is dry.
Oh,
Look his eyes.
Have you cried before?
No, why is he crying for him?
No, but I mean,
No, as an adult.
As you're a full-blown man, have you cried?
Full blown man.
You've not cried. This is what I'm saying.
Look
This
at
is what
him.
I'm
Have you cried in front of a woman?
Oh, me, yeah.
100 bad times.
What was the
Don't tell me about bad
He's a
times. Don't
crier.
tell me
He's a
about
crier.
that.
What was the first time like? Or the most memorable time? I want to see.
Bro,
see
listen,
something.
people that are used to, the question you're asking is invalid for him.
Why?
Because he's a serial crier. When
Really?
you're crying,
Serial crier.
you can't remember how it felt like because you're used to crying.
Seriously?
I'm not sure how
Him
you're
not
right.
crying.
Okay,
is
do you
what
remember the
you're
first time
asking.
you cried
I'm
in front of a
No,
woman?
no. I can't.
You don't remember? I remember my first time.
There's nothing wrong with crying, you know.
No.
But if you try to test me, then you'll see if I will cry.
But how was it for you?
I don't feel shame.
Nah, my first time
How was it
crying,
for you?
it was mad because, like, bro, at that point, I literally had not cried before. Yeah.
When was this? How long ago was this?
This was like
2 years ago.
No. This was like 2012, 2013.
What made you cry?
No, 2014.
Are you sure? It's not 18.
No, it's 14. Losing my Jaja Musaja.
Jaja Musaja. Yeah, but there's, you know what? Yeah, let's be real. I feel like sometimes, when we talk about this crime, the points we
I think certain things like
you have to cry.
I feel like
take that.
No. The reason why I'm bringing that up is because it wasn't in the moment. It's not like she was there. It was because of you're just having thoughts.
Yeah, but there's some things you go through, like crying is part of it.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
But it's still the action of crying in front of someone, though.
No, but I'm saying that one is you can't help it. But what I'm saying, like, somebody just, maybe we haven't recorded for like 3 weeks.
Oh. Okay, all right. There was another time I cried in front of her. All right.
That's the one we wanted to do. Don't judge
that wasn't that big, you know what I mean? Like what probably was big to you, but a lot of people feel like, yo, that's a bit, you know what I mean, innit?
She was over leaving me.
By the way.
So you cried.
See what I mean about your boy?
Did you cry in the car?
Hey guys, I cried tears.
I'm sorry, you cried.
Nah, that one, someone's daughter made me cry.
But you cried in front of her.
I cried
while she was leaving. Did you grab her legs? Did you grab her legs?
Don't leave. Please stay with me.
You are the only one I need to get by.
Producer, is this correct? Is this correct?
No. Sorry.
Yeah, look, our boy's been vulnerable. I'm so sorry.
Oh, this is why you can't be vulnerable about it.
Did you grab her legs by the door?
Take it too far.
Did you grab her legs by the door?
No, I didn't grab her legs. But it wasn't it wasn't like a loud cry. It was more so when I realized that,
she was actually leaving.
I was like, yo, everything just flashes before you.
You realize don't feel good to be on that blacklist.
You was on that blacklist.
Literally. So I cried, but bless her, even though she never changed her mind, she still consoled me and was like, look.
Banange.
So she came back, consoled you, and got up and continued on her journey.
Journey to the promised land. Was that land promised?
Huh?
Is this the promise?
Is it a promise? Or maybe she left the promised land.
That's mad, a prominent man like you.
A prominent man. A man with big potential.
A prominent man like you.
Nah, but I think what it taught me was I do feel like she saw me in a different way.
What do you mean?
Sometimes women be like, no, I want a guy that can be vulnerable. But deep down, I feel like subconsciously they can't help it and be like, oh.
Do you think women really want a man that's vulnerable though?
No, well, I hear them saying it a lot.
No,
I
feel like in general, you need to be, whoever you're with, you need to be able to be vulnerable. Yeah?
And cry.
No, just in general, you need to be able to be vulnerable to that person. Innit? It's a good sign. Yeah? And not having the thought of, if I become vulnerable, would they use it against me?
Yeah. That's the thing. That's what I think. That's what I feel like. Though. Because I remember, even afterwards, we remained friends, but you could tell that the respect was a bit different now because they've seen you vulnerable. Do you know what I mean?
Like, I made it. Like, they feel like they got one up on you.
And because when they look at someone like Sukali, they feel like...
Prominent man.
This guy would never cry. I've seen him. I've made that brother cry. Do you know what I mean? So now it's like, when he says, hey, that don't mean that. Shut up your mouth. You're not just here crying.
But do you feel like that's in your head though?
Of course it's in my head.
Because of
course it's in my head.
It must be.
It's in my head, but it's there.
It is there. But then how do you think, and I think you asked that earlier on as well, but I didn't think we really kind of addressed it. I don't know, do you man have like ways of what you feel like what we can start to do as a people to kind of like get over this sort of, because I think it is a problem.
I don't know. So my thing is this,
epidemic.
I'll give you an example. I remember one time.
It is an epidemic.
One time, I was doing Ebiatuzala. That's what they say in my
What's
language.
it called?
Ebiatuzala. The things that...
Ebiatuzala.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't sound like you were doing something good, bro. What was you doing?
Ebiatuzala is doing things that made us be born.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean.
Those things, So we were doing those things.
You was going down memory lane.
And then the person was, I was the stallion, so they were overriding. They were overriding.
Overriding.
And then the person just choked, man, out of nowhere.
Oh, they did you like that.
like Kane and Undertaker, like my man TV chokes up this. I was like, hey,
Did you not choke her back?
They choked you.
nah. Then it was literally
Choke or they were holding your neck.
You know what I mean, bro. The person wanted to instigate a chokehold. Even though it only lasted 3 seconds, it was a very long 3 seconds. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause I didn't know what to do. I felt so emasculated because I'm thinking, how are you the one choking me when I should be the one choking you? Now, to your question, what can man do? It comes back to that. It's like, why does such a small act make me feel like I'm emasculated? You know what I mean? If I could choke...
But the right guy.
No, but that's what you...
Full gag on it.
You guys are stupid. No, but real talk.
And he's not denying it. He's not denying. Why are you smiling? I'm not smiling.
No, but
you should be asking me.
Let me ask.
No, but real talk though. But like, I just want to know, when she was looking down, what gave her the vim, the chest?
I could feel this
to
person.
say, yo,
you know when you're proper.
I can strangle this brother, and they're gonna.
No, it's not.
You just got strangled.
Is someone getting carried away?
It's a good, you know.
That means they were enjoying.
No, she was enjoying, but she over-enjoyed.
She over-enjoyed.
You can't choke a man like me, a big man like me.
You choke her back with 2 hands. This time I did 2 hands. You couldn't.
I was trying to breathe. So much was happening. But that's my point.
I'm guessing she strangled you hard.
Bro, it took me by surprise. I was like...
That's dead.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
But in that moment, bro, I wanted to stop because I just felt emasculated, right?
Nah.
So why is it...
You can't stop.
If I cry, I feel like I'm emasculated. If I'm choked, I feel like... What is it that man them could do? And to me, in my head is...
I want him to hear gun.
To me, in my head is... And not to take this too far left or too far right, but in the middle.
The balance.
We should just see each other as humans. When we keep putting gender identity on different things, that's when it becomes mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, I believe there's certain things that still need that gender role kind of situation. But something like crying, I should be able to cry and come tell my boys, I'm crying. But right now, I know for a fact, I can't call you, man, crying on the phone. I just couldn't do it.
No, you can call me, you can.
No, I said I wouldn't do it. That's what I'm trying to say.
But this is the thing. But this is what you need to actually understand about man, though. Yeah, you man make all your jokes about me, and I think him as well, vice versa. Like, bro, I feel like when man knows there's a real situation happening, I feel like man them really understand there's a real situation happening. Most of the time when we joke about stuff, is always because we know either the individuals move past that, and that's why we joke about. But if there's in a moment, I'm sure we've had 1 or 2 really sad moments, and you saw like man them did not, the support level was there, and it was taken to the, you know what I mean, the severity of the situation was taken very serious.
But sometimes when you're crying, it might not always be severe.
I mean,
get it?
Then again, that's your own problem. I know what you mean.
Yeah. I think one.
But that is a good answer, though. Sorry, that is a good answer. Yeah.
One thing when it comes to those things, I think it's an individual problem. It's like me. I say in front of anyone, I've cried. Maybe sometimes I'm as hard as I am. I can also be emotional. You understand? But deep down inside, I know no one can't really violate me like that. You understand? So, but with me, I don't feel like man need to. Okay, cool. You see me cry. All right. Well. No problem. Is that your reason to come and think you can violate me? All right, you try and see what happens. You understand? So that's how I look at it. But if I want to cry because that's how I feel like, I don't care. I'll cry.
Are you allowed
if
to cry?
I want to, of course you're allowed to cry.
You want to know this,
are you loud?
He wants to know if you're allowed.
Yeah.
No. Not loud.
You don't do what way?
I remember I was on the crying, fam. Amazon. Remember? You think I forgot? Amazon.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But it was mad.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like when you can't, you're just emotional, innit? You can't control. I lay it out. I won't hold it in. I'll wait for everyone to go for me to start. Like, nah, man.
My personal summary, like opinion on it, based on you two's response, I agree with both of you. I can't really say in any other way. However, your response is more, hopefully, by God's grace, is a long-term thing. Hopefully we will get there. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, where we're all just seeing each other as human. Yeah, we're working towards that, but I think that's more of a long-term thing, and hopefully one day we will get there. That is the long-term solution. But in the short, I think I'm more with Uzi on this one, where it's like, yo, it needs to start from you, from within you first. Because you gotta start living your life for you. You need to do what makes you happy and comfortable. So when you know and you have the full confidence in yourself, you do where you live your life wherever.
If you cry, you cry.
Without what other people are saying.
When I told you, what I told you, when the woman called me.
Yeah. I know you cried. I know you cried.
To the woman.
I know you
Because
cried.
I was like, wow, you don't understand what.
But not to me.
Not to you.
No, but when you called me, I can tell you, I just finished crying.
By the way.
But why did you cry to me?
No, because but look, with me and crying here, it's the moment. You understand? It's what I feel there and then. Whatever it is I feel there and then, that's what's gonna happen. But by that time, that's done. Now that part is finished. We're now in a celebration mode. That part is. I'm a moment person, you know.
In the moment.
So if you catch me on the day in a moment where I feel like crying, we cry.
No, but as a society, man,
because
we
look,
need to do
for
better.
example, I remember there was that video that went viral of that guy crying profusely when his woman was profusely when his girl was coming down the aisle. His wife was walking down the aisle. Do you remember it?
That one, I don't know if I will cry, you know.
So, and I remember showing it to my judge, and she was like, "Now, what is he crying for? Is she dead? Is it a funeral?"
See? She don't get it.
So, even them, they were like, "This is a beautiful moment."
But remember, that's people from that generation.
But you know what it is? To be honest, maybe their relationship have gone through something.
No, I get.
Thought they would get there.
No, I get that. But what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, a lot of men were judging him and were judging him for crying like that. They were like, "Why is he crying so?" Why can't we get to a point where if a man wants to cry at his wedding day, profusely?
No, but you know what
he can just cry. What is it that we got to judge a man even on his wedding day?
For me, if I watched that video, I probably would have laughed at him as well. Only reason why I say that, I think, is maybe, again, society's sort of like general thoughts behind marriage or wedding. You know, once you get married, is like almost like, you know, the saying, like, it's almost sex stops, all of that.
Life sentence.
It's like issue. Yeah, life sentence, all of that stuff. So it's like, my guy, you're crying today, but tomorrow, the day after that, you be crying about divorce. So what's going on? So I think like maybe that might be like your first, but then again, if you really deep it and think about like what he was saying, and then like, bro, you don't know what obstacles they've gone through.
But not even the obstacles. The fact is, if it was the other way around, no one would say anything.
No, there you go. If it was the woman that was crying,
everyone would be like, "Oh, so beautiful. Oh, her makeup." They wouldn't be talking about her masculinity.
There you go.
But when he was crying, people were like, "Look at this one now." Huh? Why is that? It's not fair.
I mean,
we sabotage ourselves.
We do. We do. And
but then, okay, let me. I don't know how much time we got, but I want to flip
not a lot.
I want to flip it to you in this way, though. Yeah, not. But this is also important, I think, to discuss. So you look at the situation happening in Ukraine and stuff like that, right? And you know for a fact we live in a world where you don't know. There might be a time now where the man them's got to stand up. Do you also think if we build a society like that, where you just have room for man them just to be a crying, like bare soft, man them are just bare soft, like when it comes to, and then these times in China, Germany, all of these man, them I they only eat once a day. Them man are training out in the cold, they're doing ice bath. Them man are doing, do you know what I mean, innit? Like,
so Kali, you definitely need to.
So don't you think? Because I know for a fact that's where I know for a fact this is where all of this kind of stemmed from. Where man them used to fight wars back in those days. There ain't no room for crying, bro. It's like, do you know what I mean? It's like literally 300, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta be. So don't you think we can also easily create that sort of environment where if other country wants to come and beef
we become
us now,
soft.
Yeah, and then other countries, if they look at you now. Look at this Putin, bro. Just good. Them man are mad soft over there. You know, let man just go and take over that.
No. You know what? You make a very valid point. I was listening to LBC and they were talking about how, whilst England was debating about same-sex. Basically, it was this debate. I think it was last year about this school that had changed all their toilets to be
just neutral,
gender neutral toilets. And there was this bare complaints.
Yeah, I remember that actually. Yeah.
So he was just making a point that while England is focused on gender neutral toilets,
exactly. Yeah.
Russia and China are out here training their armies.
Do you see what I'm saying to you?
And it's a good point. Like, as in, if we go too far the other way, Who will be on the front line?
When they start bombing, man will just start crying.
When Vladimir comes
they're
through. But then we still do need to be in a place where a man can feel he can be in touch with his emotions.
I think it needs to be the whole world. If the whole world ain't on that journey, man, them gotta keep you gotta be vigilant.
It's an individual thing. So as an individual, you need to tell yourself, okay, cool.
Because to be fair,
cry, I'm not
man can
emasculated.
exactly. I can still cry, but I can still go on the front line, bro. Don't get it twisted.
I don't know about you, but yeah. Okay.
Do you know what it is? I get that.
We need 10 producers. 10 producers is what we
Do you know what it is? I get what you mean.
Half their hair has been blown off. They'll still be
So because I condition my hair, I can't be on the front line.
But the point I'm making is representation is massive.
Yeah.
And I think to keep that front of let's not mess with those guys is an important thing. We might look at it like very, with like eyes of like, but if your nation become a nation of a man that cries, it's not a good thing either. So like you gotta think about it.
Balance.
When you saw before the Oscar situation, what was your ratings of Will Smith? Like what was your thoughts of him?
Do you know what it is, yeah, bro? This is one of the, me, I don't care for no celebrities like that. I promise you. He's one of the guys I was like, yo, if I ever run, I look at celebrities in my eyes, yeah, like, if I run into this guy in real life, what would my reaction be, right? And there's not a lot of celebrity on that list. And I think that I'll go crazy, like, I don't care, I'm just gonna, and he was one of the guys on there. But over the years, that has slowly just, now the reason is he's completely off my list now, bro. I don't rate the guy no more. I can't lie.
What was your thoughts on him? Did him crying change anything for you? Because he overcried on stage.
Yeah, because forget that. He's always been crying. He's a serial crier. He cries all the time.
Does he?
What you mean? Even the situation during, bro, even when they done that red table talk,
man,
his eyes were red, blood. You can tell they kept pausing. Can you cut, wipe his tears, shoot, action. They kept doing that. So my thing is like, bro, he's, in my opinion anyway, Jada has made him look like a waste man on too many occasions. And then that one to me was just like the
icing on the
cake. That was, I was like, nah. Like, and again, at the end of the day, that's my opinion of that, right? Which holds zero weight. Because him and in his bubble, he's probably the happiest man he is because based on, his experience growing up, that woman probably provides that comfort that he needs. And as long as she's happy, is happy, so is there, good luck to them. But just from the outside looking in, just my opinion, from the outside looking in, I don't rate the way that movie. I don't rate it. Yeah.
It's a shame. It's a big shame.
What say you to that?
Yeah, what say you?
I agree. Like, for me, okay, you slapped a man because he disrespected your wife. Cool. Why are you now crying about it? Do you know what I mean? So for me, I just lost respect for him in that sense. Like, you
stand on it, innit?
Yeah, stand on it with your chest. Be like, I did it, what? Arrest me,
be on crowd,
kick me out the event.
Yeah.
But now you've come.
Now you're crying.
You didn't apologize to him on the show, but now you've apologized to him later on. Like, what? Do you know what I mean? So anyway,
he's all over the gaff.
As my man said, my opinion is void. It's not my tax bracket. But personally, if I was going to stand up for my woman, I would do it on 10 toes.
10 toes, baby.
And I will not take it back, but I'm not Will Smith in it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, Smith will.
So what's our final overall to the people out there?
I don't
cry
this
if you
issue.
wanna cry.
Man, them cry if you
Don't
want to
think
cry. Be in touch with your emotions.
Emasculated.
And man, them you also need to make a safe space for your boys to be able to be vulnerable.
How'd they do that?
I think for me, the way that I can be vulnerable is if you're vulnerable with me. We have to be vulnerable with each other.
So somebody have to start. Who's going to be start? That's what I'm saying. Who's going to start? Somebody
We
have
have a meeting.
Yeah.
Everyone come with their vulnerable stories.
See, that's one way.
So we have a little brotherhood thing. So if we meet and then I'll be like, this is what I've been going through, you share, then brother, it becomes a safe place. But
which we've done a few of that actually.
A lot of the reasons why man them are on crud, man them are on road, man them are doing madness is because they're not allowed to express themselves. So they take it out on strangers and ops and all of this stuff. You know
and it's like, what do you lot do when you lot link up? What do them do when you lot link up? When we link up, we talk about productive stuff. We try to uplift each other. What do you have going on right now? What you doing? I feel like a lot of man them just link up.
Talk about girls.
Watch bed.
Talk about money. Watch boxing
all of these things.
Or football. There's nothing productive.
Nothing productive, yeah. We need to be educating each other.
Hopefully,
and
by
ladies.
the next episode, we would have see if a producer can cry.
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe
to the ladies.
Maybe we'll cry this week. Who don't know?
Listen, to the ladies. Also, don't emasculate your men. Allow them to be vulnerable. Don't judge them. give them a
You need to
safe
be able
place.
to sleep on your lap.
You know?
You know? Very safely.
By the way, because men are babies. Huh?
Big babies.
Men are babies. So why not just cradle me small?
Small.
Tell me everything's going to be okay. Kiss my forehead.
I said, Jesus Christ, you are now.
You know what I mean? Now, but for real, women also need to create that safe place.
And I feel like some women do it, sorry to cut you off, bro. I feel like some women do it subconsciously without even knowing that, because maybe they're used to a certain way of upbringing as well. So they're projecting that as well to their man as well. They probably don't know they're doing it. So women just need to be a lot more vigilant in your actions.
Because I remember Asian the Brat tweeted, didn't she tweet, I like my men that have caught a body? Or was it Ari?
Yeah. One of them
Either
one of
Ari
them
or
caught
Asian.
that. I like a man
And
that's
it's like,
caught a body. Yeah,
caught a
yeah.
body. It's like, see, you women you can make a man do madness, you know?
Mad thing, bruv.
So
They need to
please,
stay away from women like that.
use that power wisely.
Those females are prohibited.
Use that power wisely. But hopefully, the way the world's going, I think people are waking up. Everybody's
I'm
woke.
smelling the coffee.
But I'll repeat, I don't want a society of crying men as well. So let's try and keep a balance.
The balance, yeah.
Feel free, yeah. I know what you mean. You know, do you cry behind closed doors, not in public, if you have to?
Anyway, for me, I say cry wherever you want to cry.
Or cry where you want to cry.
Whenever the cry comes,
You cry.
You cry.
No, but thanks for watching. Guys, comment
Yo.
below. Let us know what you think of the episode, your situations, what your opinions are on the situation.
Has anyone ever drawn you out?
You know, mandem, have you ever been drawn out? Ladies, have you ever drawn out a guy and made him do a madness just to prove his
Be
love for
honest.
you?
Share your stories.
Please comment, like, subscribe, share, follow us on the Insta, and TikTok. In my opinion, Podcast UK. Twitter's IMO Pod UK. I think Facebook's In My Opinion Podcast UK as well.
Yeah.
We're on we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Follow us, subscribe, all of that.
Before you go, one last thing before we say out. Listen, also, if everybody, all our female, is the camera facing me, yeah? You face me. All our female women, listeners and viewership, please, everyone, if you want to DM us your scenario situation that you've been in as well, please DM that, and we would post that. We would post that on our story and we'll block out your name if you want to keep it anonymous as well. Share your stories as well. Let's try and make a change in it, you know what I mean?
Amen. And we're out.